back with another video. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, but for real, I'm back and I have another video for y'all. So, first thing, I did a poll. Damn, my stomach be loud. Alright, but I did like this poll on Instagram, and I said, would for my next YouTube video, do you want me to have a story time about me getting expelled or me getting caught shoplifting? So let's just say, as you can tell by the title of this video, shoplifting won. So I'm about to tell y'all about the story of when I got caught shoplifting. Alright, so also this bed's like really squeaky. It's bad, but okay. Anyways, also I'm in Texas right now. Just thought I'd let you know. But okay, so I was in 6th grade. I was 12 years old when I got caught shoplifting, right? And I was with one of my friends. We're gonna call her friend A, okay? I was with friend A like maybe a month prior to when I got caught. And she was one who kind of showed me to shoplift, her, and we were with somebody else. So we were at the Boise Mall and they kind of showed me how to shoplift, and then after that I was kind of like addicted. Well, I wasn't addicted, it was more I thought I was cool doing it. Lesson, don't think you're cool shoplifting. It's not cool, okay? Anyways, I thought I was cool shoplifting, okay? I thought I was impressing my friend, you know, because she did it. So I was like, oh yeah, she'll be my friend longer if I do it, you know? That type of shit. So yada yada, I did that. And then one day I was hanging out with one of my best friends. We're gonna call her friend B. I was hanging out with her and we went to the mall. Well, when I was with her, I was like, hey dude, like I thought I was so cool, and I was like showing her like what I was doing, and I stole. We went to the Cartron Mall. I stole from Claire's, and I stole some like earrings and stuff, whatever Claire's has. I stole some, and then I thought I was so cool because I got away with it and everything. So I told her, I was like, dude, look what I just got. And she was like, cool. She didn't do it. And then she was supposed to stay the night at my house. Well, she didn't end up staying the night at my house because I can't remember the reason. And so I was like, oh, okay, it's fine. She didn't stay the night. And so then I had friend A come and stay the night at my house that night. She stayed the night at my house. And then the next day we were like messing around with my parents, and we were asking them like, hey, can we walk to the gas station? And they're like, yeah, do you have money? And I was like, well, can you give us a couple dollars? So they gave us a couple dollars or whatever. And the gas station was kind of like a mile away from our house. So me and her walked to the gas station. And we walked to the gas station and we buy a couple things, and then when we're leaving, she starts pulling things out of her sleeve because she was wearing a hoodie. She starts pulling like candy and gum out of her sleeves, out of her pockets, and out of underneath her jacket and stuff. And I was like, damn girl, like you're crazy. I was like, no way, you just did that. I didn't even notice you did that. She's like, yeah. So we put it in the bag, and then I still had money left over, and so I was like, all right. And she's like, we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do that day, and so I was like, she was like, hey, let's go to the mall. And I was like, I just went to the mall yesterday. And then she's like, it's all right, let's go to the mall again. And I was like, all right, I'm down. And so then I asked my parents if we could go to the mall and everything. So then we ended up going to the Cartron Mall, the same mall that I was at the day before, and we went into Claire's. We started stealing stuff, and we were just shoving it in our pockets. We didn't have no bags. And then we're like, damn, like we want to get more stuff. So we're like, hey, let's go snatch a bag. And she's like, all right. So we walked down to like this pet store. It was like a couple stores down or whatever. Well, she jumps over the counter and she grabs the friggin' bags, and we bust out of there, and we just go back down to, or we each got a bag, and she grabbed extras, and so she just shoved them into the cart that was like right next to us. And I was like, it was so funny. And so then we ended up going back to Claire's, and when we went back to Claire's, before we walked back to Claire's, we took the stuff out of our pockets and shoved it in there, so then it looked like we actually bought stuff. And so we walk in there, we had stuff in our bags, and when we walked in there, we were taking things and everything, and my sister was with us. My sister, she's a year older than me, so she was with us, and she didn't steal either. She was buying things, and so it made it look more realistic, like we were actually buying things, you know. And so me and friend A were just like walking around looking at things, and there was only one lady working there, and she kept coming up and asking us like, do you need help finding anything, do you need help, and like I would ask her questions just to make it like less noticeable, you know. And like I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, da 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 da, playing along. Well, my friend A grabs a pair of sunglasses, and I was like, hey dude, I was like, I like those are really cute, you know. And she's like, I can't remember exactly how it all played out, but I remember, so this is the back of the store and this is the front of the store. This is like where the hall is right here. And so the glasses were like at the front of the store, and they were just laying there, and the glasses rack was in the back. And so I can't remember if it was me or her, but grabbed them and put them up there. And so she walks by and she grabs them, and I remember she put them in her bag right there, and there was people in the hall right there, and they come in, and I watched the guy look at her, and I was like, hey, we need to leave, like we need to leave now, we need to bust. Well, we couldn't leave because my sister was ringing up a pair of earrings or something. She was in line. I was like, fuck, dude. And so I ended up grabbing a pair of earrings, like I was gonna buy it because I didn't want to make it seem like I was stealing. So then if she got caught, I was like, well, I bought something, so I didn't steal. You know, I was basically like leaving her, I guess you could say. I wasn't a good friend. Anyways, so I grabbed a pair of earrings and I'm in there. Well, the lady, or the guy that was in the hall walks in, and I walked past and I seen and kind of heard him say, hey, those girls are stealing. And oh my god, my heart literally dropped. I was like, I was about ready to walk out, but I couldn't leave him because then I would make it noticeable, like if I was actually stealing. And I was like, shit, dude. So then I was up at the cash register or whatever, and she comes up next to me, and we're ringing up the things, and then the lady asks her, are you gonna pay for the sunglasses? And she goes, huh? And then she goes, are you gonna pay for the sunglasses, you know, the ones in your bag? And she goes, oh, actually, you know, I don't want these. And she pulls it out, and she went to go put it back, and then she was like, can I check your bag please? And she's like, sure. And so she gave her a bag, and she ended up stealing like $150 worth of stuff. And the lady didn't even ask about me, like at all, didn't ask about me. And friend A, she looks at me, she's like, you should confess too. And I was like, oh, it really be like that, bro. I was like, this is how it's gonna go down. And I was like, ah, shit. So the lady's like, can I check your bag too, please? And I was like, I'm buying my stuff. I was like, I have this up here. I was like, I'm just trying to buy this. And then she goes, okay, you can buy this, but can I check your bag too? And I was like, I guess. And I just remember I started crying because like I was so nervous, and I was like, fuck, like I'm busted, dude. I was like, I'm gonna get my ass beat. I was like, I'm done for, literally legit done for. And so then I give her my bag and everything, and she goes, all right, we're gonna need your parents' contact, da, 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 da. And it just went downhill from there, dude. And like I just remember telling her like, hey, can your brother come get us, because I didn't want to tell my parents. And then she was like, oh. And then I was trying to get her out of trouble, and I was like, oh, she's staying with me. And she's like, oh, can we get a hold of her parents? And I was like, no, you can't get a hold of her parents. I was like, her parents are across town, like sticking up for you, you know. And I was like, she's staying with me, da 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 da. And then yada yada yada. I ended up getting grounded for 2 months, and I ended up having to go to court and get. I had community service for 5 hours. I had to go wear that freaking orange vest thing and fucking paint fences like over graffiti things. Yeah. After that, I was like, nah, I ain't playing with that shit again. But I just remember like my mom walking in there and my siblings were all crying, bro. Like they thought I was going to jail, and I remember my mom asking the cop, can't you guys just take her to juvie for like a night or two or something? And they were like, nah, we can only take like the actual criminals there. And I was like, I'm not an actual criminal. I was like, all right. And I just remember I was so mad at my mom for asking that. I was like, really, nigga, you really just asked that? I was like, okay. But like now I understand like why she would, and like it makes sense now. But like back then I was just like so mad and everything. I was also 12. So yeah. Lesson learned. If y'all are wanting to try to like steal and stuff, like don't steal, and don't do it to impress anybody or anything to make it think like you're better or something, because it does not make you any better. It just sucks. Anyways, yep, that's it. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and wait for the next video. If I get 15 likes, I will post another story time of me getting expelled from school. So yeah.